Hi, it's Ashley from AB Sound Advice. Today we are doing a product review on the X-Duo XA10 balanced DAC. So it effectively is a high-performance balanced DAC and headphone amplifier combo. And you can see here a nice little digital display. We have a 6.3 output balanced and a 4.4 balanced out. So really cool unit. And as I said in the unboxing, I was really looking forward to playing with this, and there was no argument. I really did enjoy having this in my office for the last few days. It's been fantastic, and in our part of the world, in New Zealand, they're around about the $1,200 mark, and really when you think about it, it's a lot of product for that. And I'll go through some of those features now with you. So first off, it's got the MQA full decode. It also has DSD 512 superior quality. Of course, it's got the PMC 32-bit / 768KHZ. And we also have the DAC chip, the AK4493 *2, the Class A buffer, and we also have the full balanced. We have the USB DAC, coaxial optical HD Bluetooth, which I think is another very cool feature, and is using a DAC and double amplifier chip, so it really is a very nice unit. And just to give you quickly some of the other figures on this, it has a output power of up to 4,000 MW, which again that's quite a lot, to be honest with you. And having those three connections at the front, I've got to be honest, I've played with a lot of headphone DAC amplifiers, and it's not many of them other than, actually, if I think about all the ones I've had, there might be a couple that have even had the three options on the front, and the sound quality of this has actually been, we'll go into that in a minute, but I certainly was very impressed with it. So we'll also just give you some of the other specs that they provide on this, and I'm just look through that at the moment. And the display, the volume control is the outer knob. I actually like it's got the little incremental clicks. You can see the volume control on the screen. The digital display I think is fantastic. I do enjoy having that on there. You've also power supplies using a DC 12 volt 3 amp, and it's got the traditional computer plug with your 3-prong. So the power supply is on a nice sort of a maybe 1200 mil lead, so you can put the power pack away from the unit so you don't get any interference. It also it has as I mentioned before, suitable for headphone impedances between 16 and 600 ohm, and USB, which we've covered a lot of that off already. So to be honest with you, let's just get straight into this. So in the unboxing, they provide the instruction manual. They also have the warranty card, and of course you can see the box in the background, high res certified. And I can honestly say, wow, I like it. I mean, I've got a whole stack of amplifiers around my office and headphone DACs, and I think the thing I like most about this, isn't it funny, as somebody's been playing in sound for 40 odd years, I still love having a digital display. I think it's very cool. I think it just all round, I plugged a whole stack of headphones through this, right from your sort of $150 mark right up to 9,000, and there was nothing that I plugged into this that was causing me any grief. It came to a point I just absolutely found this to be a fantastic DAC amp, and for around the $1,200 mark, it's well featured. It's got some very nice features. I mean, the digital display, going back to that again, it really is a stunning looking unit. Also lights up blue on the side, and if you look on the side here, you got your input select, your menu, and your Bluetooth button. And what I'll do as I get further down the track here, I'll actually unplug this. I've actually got plugged on so you can see the display. I can show you the back of the unit. So first off, sound wise, power wise, functionality, straight out of the box, plugged it straight in. I've had quite a bit of running time on this, and I have to say, it's out of all the DACs I've played with in this sort of area, I'm thinking to myself, it's one of the best. So if you're looking for a headphone DAC amplifier and you're wanting something that's not going to break the bank, this XA10 from X Duo is definitely something to seriously consider. And I think when you think about X Duo, they've been around for a while. They're all over the world. They review very well from other reviewers, and I do take note of other people's comments on this unit. But from my perspective, I'm always looking for a very musical and an enjoyable amplifier. I'm looking for detail, and I always, as you can imagine, I mean, X Duo is out of China, so obviously build quality is very important to me, and I'd already taken an approach. I wasn't sure what I was going to be in for when it arrived, and really pleasantly surprised. I mean, it's a very natural sound. I found that the lows, the mids, the highs, all of it worked very well in synergy. I felt it was a very warm, detailed, and had depth to it. Seriously, a fantastic unit. And as I said, going back to the visuals, isn't it funny? I mean, I still, it's nice to have something's cool. And if you're going to have a headphone DAC on your amp, and remembering it's not a big spend, I mean, if you're looking at, what it's providing, and I've used the 6.3 and the balanced and the 4.4, all of the connections. It's great to have them, even if you're not going to use them. I think it's great to have them there, so you have the ability to use them. I think makes it even that more enjoyable. So again, the volume control, you can see that changing 46, 44. You can see it coming up and down. It goes right up to 100. I really got to say, it's fantastic. I Bluetoothed my phone to it. I ran it through my PC and all types of music. I didn't have any issues with it whatsoever. And I use DACs myself quite a lot at my desk. And I really wouldn't want to give it back. I mean, I think, that, as you know, I don't score things 1 to 10 or 1 to 5. Would I own it? Definitely. I would probably swap out a couple of my other items that I have floating here to replace it with. It's just, I like the shape of it, the design of it. It's a very well put together unit, and I'll just grab the plug out of the back of this. We're going to lose the power on this, but at least you can just see. So we'll turn it around so you can see the back end of it. I mean, I also like, power switch on the back. You can see there's your, 12 volt DC, computer input, optical, coaxial, and of course we've got an auxiliary in RCA and an auxiliary out RCA. So, I mean, really, really nice. And just the build quality, I love that. It's got a nice bit of weight to it. And I think really, if you're looking at a DAC, I think you can't go wrong going with this X Duo. It really is a fantastic unit. I'm just going to shove the power back into this for you guys so you can see the fire up on this. And no, I think not. Absolutely would love to keep this. So giving it back something that I don't really want to have to do. But I guess you can't own everything. So if you're looking, I think the main thing that makes this attractive to me, and you would have seen in other reviews, I've done another DAC headphone combos, and they're ranging from sort of the $800-900 mark, up to whatever figure. I mean, as you know, the highest one I've done is 15,000. But I think at this amp that we're playing in at these price points, this is a whole lot of DAC, and I'm thinking to myself, I think for me, I do like having the digital display, and I love the red against the black. Cosmetically, it ticks all the boxes off for me. And as I mentioned before, having the 3 outputs really is just an absolute bonus. And as I said, sound quality, I had no flaws on this. I was expecting this to have a bit of hiss or something in the background maybe, but pleasantly surprised. There was nothing in here that I could say would be an issue. And if you're looking for a high performance DAC, and again, it was a bonus. I mean, high res audio, certified, and as I said, X Duo has been around for a while, and they're probably one of the better brands out there in the headphone space, and the DAC and portable players. They've got a whole stack of stuff in their range. So if you haven't heard of X Duo, it's probably something to look at, and it's a great sort of starting point if you're just breaking into DACs and getting into the headphone way of doing things. This would be a great starting point, and at least you're not limited. You've got the different variable outputs that means there's really not much that you wouldn't be able to plug into this thing. So, all right, guys. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's product review on the X Duo XA10. And again, thank you for tuning into AB Sound Advice.